Chong, and welcome to our weekly live tutorial. Now today is a special one because I am going live not just on Facebook but also on Instagram. So for those of you who are with me right now on Instagram, please say hi to me, and also on our Facebook as well. I'm just so glad you are able to join me this afternoon. Now, as usual, this is my favorite time of the week where I get to hang out with you one-on-one. For those of you just new to our community, my name is Chong and I'm a fertility dietitian who based in Brisbane, Australia, where I work with women and couple mainly to help you to optimize your diets, to improve your chances of fertility, and to help you to get pregnant. Now, I work with 2 medical centers at the moment in Brisbane, Australia, but also consult virtually as well, seeing clients from all around the country and all around the world, basically. Now, whether you are planning to start a family, currently trying to conceive, or you have been struggling to get pregnant and planning to pursue an IVF, I am here to help you to optimize your diet so you can give your body the very best chance to get pregnant. And my goal is to help you to gain total clarity, to translate the current evidence into simple, actionable tips and help you to move through any roadblocks you have as quickly as possible. All right, ladies, today we are going to have a chat about sperm health. Now, in today's episode, I will share with you the 5 diet tips how to increase sperm count and to improve the quality of the sperm for your partner. Or if you are a man listening to this right now and you're wondering how can you get pregnant, how can you working with your partner to get pregnant, to optimize your fertility, this is certainly the episode you don't want to miss. We are going to dive deep into the world of sperm health and to learn about the specific action step you can implement right away to help you to boost your fertility. Let's get started. Now, first, let me explain and clarify a few things for you. First of all, male factor infertility account for about 30% of infertility cases. The most common cause include lifestyle factor. It could be due to the sperm production, movement or shape, sperm antibodies, chromosome and DNA abnormality, hormonal problems, or erector or ejaculation difficulties for men, right? So generally, your doctors would start with request a basic male fertility screening for your partner. So that would include a semen analysis and a blood test to assess the levels of hormones. And depending on the result, you may be referred to see, or your partner may be referred to see a specialist, which require more screening and more checking, such as doing the sperm DNA fermentation test to detect if there's any abnormal genetic material within the sperm, which can also affect a sperm ability to fertilize an egg. And again, that could also contribute to IVF failure or even miscarriage as well. So certainly for the ladies listening to today's episode, it's not just always women could be, the cause of infertility. Certainly men play a big role in terms of boosting the fertility health as well. So now, a lot of people tend to think that when it comes to age, it's only relevant to women, but in fact, in terms of age, right, it does also affect men's fertility as well. So there is study have shown that there is a decline in the quality of sperm, especially after the age of 45. And after this age, the sperm volume and motility, meaning how fast the sperm move and swim to fertilize an egg, also reduces with the age increase. Now, the other point is important to know as well. The risk of having abnormal shape and size of the sperm and damage to the sperm DNA increases as the main aging. All right. So what the good news is today, though, fortunately, most cases are readily diagnosed. That's where, it's important to see your GP, your doctors, or even specialists, fertility specialists, are as early as you can. And in most cases, male infertility can be treated. So as a general rule, if you're thinking right now, okay, when should you and your as a couple to see the specialist, generally advice is you should seek help if you are under 35 years of age and have not fallen pregnant within about 12 months of unprotected intercourse, or if you are over 35 and have not fallen pregnant within about 6 months of trying, then it's the time to seek an advice from a fertility specialist. Now, as I promised you today's episode, I'm going to share with you the 5 diet tips how you can improve, or your partner to improve the sperm count. Now, first, let's dive into a little bit background information when we talk about optimizing sperm health, shall we? So the life cycle of sperm is only about 72 days. So with a few diet and lifestyle changes, many men generally can see an immediate improvement in the quality of sperm within just a few months. So if you and your partner have been tested with a low sperm count, for example, here are the top tips of nutrient and the specific actions that you can take to help to improve the sperm count. So the first step that I'm going to share with you today is a nutrient called zinc. Zinc is a crucial nutrient to boost the testosterone level, in specifically increase the sperm count, and to help to prevent the DNA fermentations. Zinc also has these antioxidant actions to protect the sperm from oxidative damage. Now, if you're wondering right now, where can you get zinc, right? So the best source of zinc is oyster. And with just about 100 grams of oyster, basically it provides men with nearly 100% of the recommended of zinc daily intake. And zinc is also widely found in many other foods such as meat, fish, or poultry. Now, if you are vegetarian and you don't eat much of this food, you got to remember that your requirement of zinc basically increased 50% more, as the absorption is a lot higher from the animal sources than the plant sources, right? So, and again, before you think about starting any zinc supplement, remember it is your best to see a fertility dietitian in order to assess your diet first, because a high dose of zinc supplementation do interfere with other nutrient absorption. All right, next up is folate. Now, folate, definitely, I'm sure that you are quite familiar with it already. We often talk about folate, thinking about, say, different ways, talking about different ways to optimize egg health. Now, in fact, folate is incredibly important for men's fertility as well. So basically, with the folate, the function is responsible for dividing and maintaining new cells and to duplicate the DNA, right? So it's not just for women, but for men. Men's fertilities do also needs to, making sure that they do obtain enough of folate. With this reason, often we also try to encourage men to have enough of folate-rich food from their diet, such as the dark green leafy vegetables, legumes, whole grains, or fortified foods that come with natural source of folate. Now, supplementations may be considered in men who have sperm analysis with abnormal result, or for men who may be at risk of compromised folate absorptions. And again, it will be best for fertility dietitians to help you to assess a little bit further and decide whether you do need the additional folate supplement. Now, my top 3 for you today is in terms of how to increase your sperm count. It has to be the omega-3. So omega-3 is a healthy fat, and it's well known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant property. Now, a recent systematic review identified 2 randomized controlled trial, which is one of the highest strength of the evidence that evaluate the effects of omega-3 supplement, in specifically the DHA and EPA supplementations on sperm quality in infertile men. What the researcher found that supplementations with DHA and EPA, which are also known as the omega-3 supplement, for about 32 weeks, does help to increase the sperm count and sperm concentration, meaning that the ability to conceive is actually increased among the couple, right? So the first step I want you, or even your partner, to take step is to ensure that you are having a sufficient amount of oily fish in your diet, which includes salmon, mackerel, tuna, herring, and sardine, and aim at least about 2 to 3 times a week of about 150 grams each serve of intake, right? That would help for the men out there to further boost their sperm health. And in my private consultations, one-on-one coaching program, I generally also recommend my client to do an omega-3 testing. That's where I can find out the exact level of omega-3 in your body, and customize whether or not you do need any additional omega-3 supplementations, or whether you have enough from your diet. So, and again, if you are interested to find out more about my service and how I can help you, make sure after today's live session, make sure you DM me or leave a comment down below, and our team will be able to help you out. Now, moving along next, my tips number 4 for you today is we're going to talk about selenium. So selenium is an essential nutrient for sperm health. Basically, it plays an important role to help to reduce the damaging effect of the sperm. Now, where can you find selenium? Selenium is usually from a wide range of foods, and the richest source of one are actually from nuts and oily fish. So, for example, if you're someone who likes to have eat Brazil nut, just having 3 Brazil nuts a day, it will provide nearly 100% of the daily intake of selenium. And another example for you, 100 grams of sardine or whitening fish or canned tuna would also meet 100% of the recommended daily intake of selenium. So you can see here, it's not always just, we're thinking about supplementation, but certainly there are so many different natural ways we can do here to maximize the fertility nutrients for men here. Now, one thing you must take note is if you are taking a supplementation, or if you're thinking about starting a selenium supplements, make sure that, again, always check with a fertility dietitian. The reason why is because a high dose selenium supplementation is not recommended, as it does cause harm to your body. Alright then, my last and final tips for you today is the beautiful things about the coenzyme Q10. Alright, so we have talked about coenzyme Q10 in our previous episode in terms of how to maximize egg health, but today we're going to specifically looking at CoQ10, coenzyme Q10, also known as ubiquinone, in terms of how to maximize men's fertility and sperm count. Basically, what is CoQ10? So CoQ10 is a strong antioxidant protecting the sperm membrane from lipid peroxidation and damage. Now, if you regularly consume oily fish like salmon, tuna, and enjoying whole grain in your diet such as brown rice, quinoa, or oat, the chances are you most likely will get enough of CoQ10 naturally from food. Now, the current research also suggests that supplementation may be useful if your diet is, of course, not getting enough of this source of CoQ10. But in terms of men's fertility, in order to see a real effect, we are looking at least 6 months of CoQ10 supplement before you actually will see any benefits on sperm quality per se, as per what the current evidence suggests. So as always, if you're someone who are starting to getting pregnant, or even for men out there, if you have done your sperm analysis or if you have tried to get pregnant for quite a while now, it will be really a good idea to again speak to a doctors or even a fertility dietitian to help you to assess your current diets and to help you to customize a nutrition plan for you. Alright, so there you have it. I have shared with you the 5 simple tips you can take to help to maximize men's fertility for you or your partner. And it's time to recap what we have learned so you have clear action step after today's tutorial show. So first of all, keep in mind that the action step will be really very depending on your fertility journey. So if you and your partner just starting out to try for the baby, not just for men, for the ladies, you both want to definitely start to including fertility nourishing foods such as, like I mentioned quite frequently, oily fish, seafood, Brazil nuts, dark leafy green vegetables, whole grains in your diet now. And perhaps maybe your partner had already done a sperm analysis, or if you and your partner both are pursuing IVF, depending on result, you may need to have another level of customized nutrition plan or even your supplement plan to really help you to give you the maximum impact. And that's where I can help. That's basically my job. So make sure you book in a 15 minutes free nutrition assessment call on my website at katrinechong.com.au. That's where I would take some time to first understand your fertility journey, where are you at, and to see potentially how we can work together to really help you to achieve that baby dream you have dreaming about, and give you the specific action step and roadmap that you can take to help you to achieve your goal. Now, as a final reminder, also make sure that your partner, when it comes to men's fertility as well, to make sure that your male partner also want to stop smoking or limit the alcohol intake, avoid using any steroids, and lastly, maintaining a healthy weight. It's incredibly important as well within the normal BMI range, and exercise regularly. These are all the practical lifestyle tips can all help to maximize men's fertility. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to press subscribe or follow button so you will get notified every time I come on live. And remember to share this video with your friends and leave a comment down below on our channel. Now, there is also a free 5 days fertility meal plan for you to grab, so make sure you follow the link below and to join our 5 days free fertility diet challenge right now. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for joining me here today. I will see you next week, same time at the same place. Bye for now, everybody.